Hello there, and welcome to these Feel Good Fridays workshop. So I'm Nick Wagstaff and I'm from Inspire Rewire, and over the next few weeks we're going to be looking at different ways to help you with your well-being. And when I came back, I set up my own company in wellness based on my own experience with burnout, anxiety and fatigue, and a lot around mindfulness in terms of neuro-linguistic programming. So practically, how can we actually change how we feel and change how we live our lives, or at least how we approach our lives? So when we start to feel things are maybe out of our control, we start to lose that sense of empowerment. And with that, we sometimes show signs of this list that I've got in front of you here. So for some of you, and they might not be the same for everybody. In fact, some of you may have all of these symptoms and some of you may be none of them. Interaction. So for me, for example, I really like and enjoy spending time by myself, but it can alternate between needing to be around people and needing to be by myself. And over the years, I've got to really understand myself to know what works best for me. So there's a limit for myself to spend too much time on my own. And it goes from feeling good to feeling bad. And it's as simple as that. So if I, spend a lot of time just pottering around the house, when I've not had any headspace for a while, this is amazing. I love it, especially having a toddler as well. But if that kind of drags into a few days and I've not spoken to anybody and I let that kind of roll on, I actually start to feel a little bit down and can start to move down my negative spiral. I'm going to be looking at different ways to change your mood, starting with the morning, and I'm going to be coming on to that, and we will be finishing this presentation with an actual practical exercise as well, because I'm always about what does that mean in reality. So for example, with running, you might give yourself such a high goal, let's say to run 3 to 5 times a week. Now you may not even start because that goal just feels quite depressing or unachievable, but it feels good in your mind because that's what you want to be able to do. Or you start and you can't quite get there, and then you feel like you failed because you've not hit those unrealistic targets. So I say everything is always about baby steps. Okay, so I like to kind of look at this from 2 angles always. One is from the mind point of view and the other is from the body. Although from the yogic philosophies, we'll look at things from the 5 yogic principles, which is actually the mind, your thoughts, it's your breath, or pranayama we call it, it's nutrition, it's exercise, and it's relaxation. And if you're looking after all 5 of those things, then massive well done, because it is quite hard to do that. But what I always say is start with the one that is the easiest for you. So if you are an exercise person, or if you are a really into your nutritious food, then start there. If you find those things more difficult, then start with the mind, or like I said, the other 2 things that I mentioned, which is breath work or relaxation. I don't have to sit and explore that, but sometimes it feels good to out it on a piece of paper, and then you can just put it to the side. My big tip here is to try and keep your phone out of your bedroom. If need be, get yourself a proper old-fashioned alarm clock and leave your phone out and charging elsewhere, because you'll notice that you are quite resilient as well to not looking at your phone in the morning. So if your phone is also not there at the evening, it's not there in the morning, and then you can start your ritual in a much better position. So give that one a go. Whenever you feel yourself getting stressed, you're having palpitations, or you're feeling irritable, whatever your red flags are, that is the point when you need to pause and you just need to check in with yourself. So I challenge you to try this for at least 3 days. I think 7 to 10 days is a really good one, but sometimes that can feel too much and for too long. So why not just give it a go for 3 days? Just start with one of them, or start with the bedtime one or the morning one, and just see where it goes from there. But we're going to use this also as a meditation. So just close your eyes, get comfortable, maybe just roll your shoulders, a nice deep breath, hold a lot of tension there in the shoulders. Deep breath again. And we often breathe shallow breaths when we're feeling stressed or too busy. So we're doing two nice things here for the mind and body. It doesn't matter what shoulders feel like. If there's lots of clicks and creaks, it tends to be normal if you're feeling stressed. So we're practicing non-judgment already. Just settle into your chair. You can do some more of those if that feels nice. And continuing to breathe into the belly. So if you're particularly feeling anxious or stressed, then don't focus too much on the breath. Just let it be what it wants to be. Otherwise, if you're already feeling quite relaxed, just breathe into the belly, meaning that the belly expands when you inhale. And when you exhale slowly, the air deflates from the belly. That's quite a nice meditation in itself. What we're going to do is just check at this point how we actually are feeling in the body. So we can scan through, see if there is particular tension, shoulders, head, feeling ready for the day. So I hope that was useful for you, both the information and the meditation, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.